Masters of Albion is Peter Molyneux's return to God games. After years away from the spotlight, the game combines town building with action RPG exploration and tower defense combat. The main selling point is that you can jump into any character and control them directly, whether that's a hero fighting enemies or a random villager. On paper, this sounds interesting, but there is a big problem, and it's not really about the game itself. At least not yet, because the main issue here is trust. Molyneux has a history of announcing features that didn't actually make it into final releases. The most recent example is Godus, a game developed by the same studio, 22 Cans, that is also making Masters of Albion. Godus was crowdfunded in 2012, entered early access in 2013, and never received a full release. This is because development eventually shifted toward a mobile version with microtransactions, while the PC version remained in early access. Many backers understandably felt the project didn't deliver on its original promises, and this experience still greatly affects how people view announcements from Molyneux and 22 Cans. You can also see by now the release date is very close, but myself and all other YouTubers except IGN, based on my knowledge, did not get any preview key at all. There was also no public demo available. Again, this is based on my knowledge and not a final statement. The pitch for Masters of Albion doesn't help ease those concerns. It's promising a lot. Town building with complete freedom, a large explorable world, custom products and buildings from modular parts, nightly enemy waves, and third-person hero combat. That's a lot of different game types meshed together. And historically, when Molyneux has announced games with broad scope, then the final products haven't always matched the initial descriptions. People also remember features discussed before Fable's release that didn't appear in the game. It's a documented pattern at this point that makes people cautious. The game is heading into early access for approximately 1 year, which means it's not finished. The developers are upfront about that. They say combat needs work, balancing isn't done, and they want player feedback to shape the development. That is reasonable for many games, but with Godus as a reference point, people do have reason to wonder which direction this will take. So taking a look at what is actually in the game, you're managing a town on an island near Albion. You place buildings, assign workers, and set up production chains to make food, weapons and clothes. You can speed things up with god powers, picking up materials and tossing them around, or fast forwarding time in a building. The production system lets you design products yourself. If someone wants a meat-heavy meal, you pick the ingredients, chicken, maybe some red, and experiment with combinations. Buildings seem to work the same way. You snap together different parts to create what you want. You can, for example, combine a house with a workshop, so workers live where they work, though this might have efficiency penalties. We have also seen merging multiple building types into one bizarre tower. The map is divided into regions, and to unlock them, you send a hero out to find and repair magical beacons. This involves possessing a character and playing in third person, fighting enemies, solving puzzles, and interacting with NPCs. The world is supposed to have quests, hidden areas, and mines you can explore, though how much is actually there and whether it stays interesting is of course still unclear from what's been shown. At night, the game eventually shifts into tower defense mode. Enemies attack your town from different directions, and they try to destroy your crypt. You defend by placing towers, building walls, positioning your heroes, and using god powers. You can keep building defenses while attacks happen. This is intended as a fun break, rather than a serious challenge, at least early on. There's an economy system where you fulfill contracts to make money, which you use to unlock tech, build your defenses, and upgrade heroes. The game does have a tech tree. Here's the thing, of course, all these systems sound fine individually, but whether they work well together is the real question. Since the game is launching in early access, it means you are paying for an unfinished version, with the expectation that it will be completed later, given what happened with Godus, which also entered early access, and never reached a state that would be considered satisfactory. That is something to consider carefully. In short, my recommendation is this: don't pre-order, don't buy this on day one, even if Steam accepts refunds within 2 hours. The game may show its flaws later. Definitely make your decision based on how the game actually performs once it is in players' and reviewers' hands. If it is genuinely good, it will still be available in a few months, likely in better condition. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.